Too often, I find myself enjoying a piece of music, only to find myself thinking, I have to share this feeling with the rest of the world. With a sudden sense of urgency, I typically go to my Facebook, ready to type out a status that will perfectly convey my feelings of inspiration to the world, or rather, my immediate social circles. As my fingers lay on my keyboard, I find myself faced with quite the perplexing paradox. My desire to translate the rhythmic flow of notes into words is halted. Try as I might in these situations, I can never seem to find the perfect description that I so ambitiously seek. I then come to the realization that the sensation the music gives me cannot be explained through words. The feeling I get in these situations seems to vary each time. Words such as inspired or empowered might be the closest adjectives I can muster to what I feel, but neither of these words successfully capture the emotions I can feel rushing in my heart. Thus, it is at this point that I realize my efforts are futile, and I give up. Slightly frustrated and immensely unsatisfied, I typically ponder briefly as to why the feeling the music gives me cannot be summarized, whereas I perfectly convey just about any other emotion I feel. I've noticed that this phenomenon typically occurs when I listen to an instrumental piece. In a typical 21st century song, the message of the song can be mapped much more easily through the lyrics, which convey the artist's intentions with their work. Instrumentals, however, open up a world of vast, infinite interpretations. Despite this, many come to the same conclusion about the emotions being conveyed behind the music. One can easily identify when a piece is supposed to convey hope, anguish, joy, fear, or any of a plethora of emotions. At the same time, there is typically a sense of wonder accompanied with these feelings, a sense of true appreciation for the piece. This is the aspect of what music does to me that I have such great trouble identifying. Of course, this is one of but many enigmas concerning music. Another, which so often perplexes me, is how so many different people can come to the same conclusion of what a certain piece is supposed to convey without deliberating with one another. The only plausible explanation I have managed to muster is similar to Karl Palmach's theory, which is that music is not something that is a luxury of society, but rather a psychological trigger that is ingrained into each and every human being's mind. Music has the ability to trigger specific emotions in anyone who hears it, and often vastly different people from vastly different backgrounds are able to come to the same conclusion. As far as to the reasoning as why human beings as a whole experience music in such a similar manner, I do not believe anyone has the exact answer. I've pondered this as well, and the best explanation I can give is that the human mind is designed to recognize when sounds come together in a distinct pattern, similar to pareidolia, the psychological phenomenon of humans recognizing certain patterns as human faces. Pareidolia is often thought of as an evolutionary feature, which allows us to more easily recognize other people, even in conditions where we cannot see the face clearly. In other words, it is a psychological device that reinforces the idea that humans are socially dependent creatures. I believe that music is a similar function of the mind, but rather than allowing us to recognize one another physically, it allows us to acknowledge what we are feeling and thinking. Perhaps that is the reason I constantly feel so compelled to share the inspired feelings certain songs give me. Perhaps I am simply reverting to this basic desire of finding one who can understand what it is I'm feeling.